We would like to remind you that Species 7 is made possible in part by the following sponsors and grants: the Evelyn Woodberg Foundation for Really Ungifted Children. We've been helping graduate idiots since 1959. The Ted and Tina Grant for Wayward Swine and Helpless Hogs. Reminding you, eat more hamburgers. After all, they're not really made of ham. A generous donation by the National Film Board of Canada. Hey, my brother and I made a movie. Take off, you hoser. We did not, eh? And of course, generous donations by our Patreon sponsors, loyal subscribers, and viewers just like you. Thank you. Well, hey folks, Species 7 here. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks very much for stopping by today, all my regular viewers and subscribers. And if you don't fit into that category and would like to subscribe, well, there is a little icon down in the bottom right corner that will allow you to do that. As you can see, I got the wood plant running. I just had to add some wood chips, and away it went. So, unfortunately, as you can also see, I didn't have plenty many. So, what I've spent my time doing here is saying the word "so" as often as possible. I'll quit that right now. Well, I also, if you're new to the channel, you may not be aware that I also do have a Patreon channel. And if you would like to make a donation or even sign up as a Patreon sponsor and really help out the channel, there's a exclamation point. I always forget that thing does that, you know. Well, except until the entirely wrong times. Up in the top right corner, that will take you to my Patreon page. Now, I've decided, more or less, there we go, that what I want to do on this little strip here is completely clear it. And then we're actually going to plant, I think, not a huge amount, but half a dozen or so rows of poplar. And we're just going to let those grow out. And that'll, once that's underway, it'll ensure we do end up with some more vigorous supply of wood chips as we go. I can't rely on the trailings and trappings from my chainsaw to supply it all, because as you see, even on maximum wood chippery, yeah, there's just not much to be had. So we need a stump grinder. Rather badly we need a stump grinder. I don't know why I was out of cab for all of that. Sorry guys. It's kind of like last episode where I hooked a cedar up underneath a plow, or, you know, stood on the wrong side of a tree as I toppled it over. It darn near crushed my water tower. You would think with the amount of trees I've knocked over in this game, I would know by now which side of a tree to stand on to get it to go a certain direction. But I have found, and I'm going to blame it on old age, that every once in a while my brain goes, well, it looks like he can handle it, I'm going to go away. And yeah, I can't. I just can't. I wish my brain would come to accept that. It needs to hang around 24/7. Alright. Again, that's still not very much. I think it'll hold many thousands, but it's going to have to do for now. As for the little logs I've been knocking over, I decided the simplest thing to do would be to take advantage of this. And as you can see, simply push them up against that stack of logs, and it actually works bloody well. So, there we go. Da-da-da-dee. Oh, missed a couple speckles. Oh well, I need to get some of these trees out of the way anyway, so we're gonna do that. So I wonder what a reasonably priced stump muncher is going to run me. At any rate, eh? Let's get that puppy up off the ground. I do like that device. I think that worked rather well. Once I staggered my way into figuring out how to use it. Alright, so a stump muncher, also known as a stump grinder, will set me back what? Mr. Forestry Equipment. 5K. Alrighty. I don't know why this thing's so bloody expensive. Alright. That's really all that is up. Because my only other option, of course, is to go with the skid steer one. Problem with that is, well, surprise, surprise, you actually need a skid steer. Yeah. And, well, I mean, this one, oddly enough, is listed under skid steers, this Massey. But I have noticed that's not exactly your standard hitch. See the way it ends? So I think it will only hook up to its own gear. I may be wrong, but I don't really want to, you know, drop 15K on a tool just to find out that when I try and put me stumper on the front, there's no going back. So 4,500 for that one anyway. So there's no other. See, this guy actually comes in under front loaders, so I can't just hook up the wee stumpy muncher to it, unfortunately. See, there it is. This is the unit we're running, is the modded Kramer. So long story short, or short story stretched longer for reasons, we're gonna have to purchase this. Select buy. Yes. Okay. Now we're gonna have to get out and have a look and see if I even have a front PTO. I do. Alright, so as it turns out, this will make a reasonably good all-around forestry tractor. Excellent. Because as much as I like the Dutes, one thing I don't want to do is be out playing in the woods without some kind of a bit of a cage around me. Considering some of the work that we're going to be doing, i.e. hauling logs on the end of steel cables that may or may not support their weight, you know, just general sort of things like that. And of course, stump munching tends to throw a lot of debris, rather just pinged harmlessly off the windshield, as opposed to, you know, pinging less harmlessly off my eyeballs. Let us go down and pick up our muncher of stumps. Ooh, our day is almost done here. We've only got probably an hour before darkness sets in. And get up close enough to give her a little bump. And let's hook her up. What? You can't winch. I don't want you to winch anything. The winch is on a... Look at that, eh? This thing's basically the size of a tractor. I had a feeling if we didn't have that unit on the back, we'd probably flop over frontwards. Over the meadow and to the woods, a stump punching we will go. Da, 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 da. Whee. I hear the engine struggles a little bit there, eh? That's alright. That's alright. Yeah, the handling seems to have gone a little bit to pot here. I think that's pretty much borderline the amount of weight we want to throw on the front end of this thing without just basically snapping the tractor in half. Alrighty then. This is actually easier to operate on the rear. However, buggers can't be choosers. And let's have a look at our sawdustian levels. I'd like to keep them kind of maxed at the moment. Yeah. Alright, what's going on here? Oh, it's already done it. I see. Well, aren't you just a tricky pickle? There we go. Yeah, definitely a lot easier to run this thing on the back. At least as far as being able to actually see where your stumpies are. There's another one here. There we go. Let's grind her down. Beautiful. You all done? Yep. And then next up we got one just here. There we go. Give her the grinds. Alright. Now, I think that shy of my dumbest tree here, that might just be her. Whoops, 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 whoops. Okay, that should be it, guys. Oops. This one's not all gone, is she? Alright. That should be it. Yes. Okie dokie. We should turn it off now. And let's get over here. Oh, there's that whole depth perception thing kicking in. Yeah, whoop, let's lower you back now. Alrighty. There we go. And in a similar vein, this guy down, shall we? And disconnect the plateau. And disconnect the winch. Excellent. Alright. We should just have enough time to get back up to the farm here before she starts getting dark. So let's make sure our mill's running efficiently. And gonna need lots more logging to do yet. And I've stuck those logs to the side so that if we need a small influx of cash, we can do so. Now this should be providing chips now as well. Yeah, just plenty little, right? You can see there's only 746 there. And out of the pretty much 3,000 I put in, we got, well, 27. That's not bad. So, alrighty, let's head back to the farm. Nitrostic Klima. We'll take the lower road this time, just to be different. Almost time to start a fresh day. Well, let's have a look here. Unfortunately. Alrighty. So these two are on the last fertilizer. Field 2. Oddly enough. Oh, that's because it hasn't been planted yet. That's right. It'll get a third fertilizing when we plant it. Excellent. Excellent. Alright, so things are coming along fine there. Just fine. Tomorrow will be day 3. I don't think that's quite far enough to get us into corn planting, is it? Let's have a little look here. Corn. Ooh, maybe. Maybe it will be just the start of the corn planting. So that works out rather well, actually. Because that's kind of what I would like to do tomorrow, is in fact start on the corn planting. So. Now again, unfortunately, as it seems that our corn planter doesn't accept the, well, modded methods, shall we say, of filling a seeder. We're going to have to take it over to the Buy Me Now tanks and hope we actually have enough money to do that. Again, I can just simply grab a mitt full of logs and drive them over to the wire soil. That will certainly work as well. And it may come to that. We're just going to have to see. That's another thing that we can do is take some water over to the... everything's put away? Yep, good. Take some water over to the fruit trees. It's going to take me just under a month to get there in reverse. Oh, yeah, perfect. She may not be pretty, but that doesn't mean we're going to leave her out in the rain. Alright. Let's go hop on my little dukes. Aye, mate. Lovely. Oh, good job, man. Wow. Kind of forgot that was there, didn't you? Can I read it from out here? Nah. Not quite. There we are. Fill level 0. Alright, well, I didn't need to read it, obviously. Huh. I never noticed there was a big American flag here. Well, Dorothy, I guess we're not in Canada anymore. Alright. Now, again, this doesn't... Oh, it does, though, isn't there? There is a hole there for a PTO. Yes, there is. Alright, now it makes a little more sense when I get off of my other cedar. Alright, up you go. Let's take you over there and see what you're going to cost. Might as well set this up for tomorrow, I think. There's no point in wasting the day. Well, a little of it might be left. Although 20 after 6, I'm surprised. Doesn't seem to have really gotten much darker yet. And of course, it is actually corn that we're going to want to plant here. So, well, that wasn't too bad. Thankfully, it doesn't exactly have a huge spread on it. However, I do see one issue. There is no fertilizer on this particular. Oh, I see it pushes. Okay. I was wondering why petals suddenly appeared in front of me. So what do we have in the way of sprayers? Since obviously it's not like I can just go and fire some more poopage on it. Yeah, too much. And we have no modded sprayers. Alright, how about solid fert flingers? What do we got there? I think we got a little tiny guy. There it is, the Amazon ZA. 7.4 meter, 330 liter. It will. It's not great, but I think it will certainly do for this go-round. So $2,300, that's all right. It's cheaper than a weeder, and that's sort of our only other... oh, actually, no. I've got this. This will work. And it will allow me to stay organic. At least on the corn. Very, very nice. I did not know. Well, we will be buying one of these. But, again, I think I'd like to throw another log or two in the lake. $1,000 when you have 17 left doesn't leave much scratch for the farm to get by on. So, let's go and get set up here. I must at some point have pressed the 7. I have no idea why. And set the, I was wondering, why is it still 22 after 6? I'm sorry. Kind of delayed the coming darkness. There we are now, it's 23 after. Well, I'm pretty sure I won't have enough time to actually do this field, but... No, the shadows are starting to get pretty long over the mountains. So, and I don't really want to have part of the field being, 12 hours longer seeded than other parts. I'm not sure how big this cedar is. Oh yeah, that should do it. Alright. Man, that thing just runs on, don't it? Yes, indeed, it just runs on. Alright. Oh, my poor sad little chickens. I'm so ashamed of myself. You poor things. Well, once I get a little bit of grain under us, I'll definitely make sure that you are well fed. There you are, buddy. You were hiding, were you? I thought you'd disappear. Are you... Punt? Hey. Dude. I think somebody stuffed my rooster, man. That isn't good. Well, that's rather, shocking. Huh. Awesome. I mean, good to have him back, I think. So. Well, I know, guys, this has been a slightly shorter episode. However, it's sort of just so much on the cusp of darkness that I think probably better to simply end it here. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. I'm going to crank up L speed. There we are. And we shall let the night come. Barreling down in a blaze of blackness. Man, I've always said the skybox on this game is amazing. You know? And as we watch it fade into the nighttime, it's no less amazing. You know, that's a very realistic skybox. It really is. You know, you get a couple of messed up contrails. Or chemtrails, as they like to be called now. But, yeah. And there we are, darkness comes. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. There it is. The beatitude of Watts Farm. Alright. Yeah, I guess we should... No, we'll just let it roll up a little closer to midnight here. And we'll have a quick look at what our monies are going outward for equipment maintenance, etc. Of course, having no animals to do... have animal maintenance taken off will give us a little more at the end of the day. Our kit is old and cheap. That's going to make it a little easier bite. But long story short, yeah, we're going to have to see where this goes. So we'll actually hang in here since we still got another 3-4 minutes to go. And see what happens at 23 and change. The only thing you can't see up here is, from up here, is the piggies. Alright, we're approaching the midnight hour. Nice, the view's a little nicer off that other hill, actually. So, let's start bringing things back to normal. Oh, come on. Come on, give me my read. There we are. You're not going to give me the breakdown? Huh. Well, you're not my friend. Can I extend to the next morning? Apparently not. Ah, there we are. Property maintenance of 440 and 368 for our vehicle running costs. Huh. No, apparently, oh, and apparently Control N takes me to one of my vehicles. Huh. Well, I seem to have gone past the stage where they'll let me get by the night. So, I'm going to end the episode there so you guys don't all have to stand around in the dark with me, because I can imagine that's a pretty scary thought. So again, thanks very much for joining me. Big shout out to my Patreon sponsors. You guys are the best. Till next time, take care of each other, folks, and ciao for now.